Hi, guys. I bet she makes friends easy.
Yeah.
It really does. This whole thing is so painfully 80s. It has an epic quality.
I'm jealous of your cigarette.
That's impressive.
Why are they throwing the furniture?
It's not rational.
I have never been able to work a pole this good.
That dude is my spirit animal. Nice.
Happy ending. Hi guys, this is Play It Again. I'm Ginger.
And I'm Mike.
And we're banging off the Patreon requests again.
Yep.
This one came from Basil, who has been a very active Patreon requester. It's been fabulous. Hey guys, if you want to get in on the prioritized request action, our Patreon channel is where it's at. It's patreon.com/Mike and Ginger. And there you get access to exclusive videos that are not posted to YouTube, some behind the scenes videos of the stuff we do when we're not doing this, and prioritized request action. So you can make a request for something, it'll get bumped to the top of our extremely long list of requests.
Yeah, get out of the noise of the hundreds of comments asking for something.
It's hundreds, guys. Yeah. Honestly. So anyway, Basil asked for another Devin Townsend, which is never a hardship for us because we really love this guy. This one it's called the Devin Townsend Project, which I've heard some whisperings about that in the comments.
Yep.
I'm not really clear on what it is quite yet, but I guess we'll get the picture. This one is Deadhead live in Plovdiv, which is, I have a funny story. I've actually been to Plovdiv.
That is funny. Because who goes to Plovdiv?
So my first husband was Bulgarian, and it's Plovdiv's in Bulgaria, and I spent a couple of months living there with him, and his town was actually very close to Plovdiv. And I remember when I was homesick once, he brought me down there to Plovdiv because it was the one of two cities in the whole country that had a McDonald's at the time. It was like 1995, right? McDonald's was practically brand new in Bulgaria. So I got myself a Big Mac to cure.
Did that make you feel better?
It did assuage a little of my homesickness. I got completely harassed on the patio there by some beggars, but these things happen to me, guys. It's weird, but Plovdiv is a lovely city. Actually, there's quite a bit in Bulgaria that's really beautiful.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I'm not familiar with the venue that he's at, right? Like I didn't attend any concerts there. Might even have not been there when I was there, but it's very cool. It's my own personal little divergence from the topic.
All right.
Let's see what Devin has to offer. Devin's project has to offer.
Right. The crowd seems to know it.
One thing's for sure. I never know what to expect with this guy. That
guitar is nice.
It's a symphony back there.
Nice. Yeah, I'm digging this so far. I wonder if that's a symphony Major worked with on the his symphony record. He recorded a bunch of his stuff with the Bulgarian symphony.
Oh, that's right. That dude on the guitar looks like half of my Twitter peeps.
I gotta let this beard grow.
in veins and its neck sticking out.
I love the rich, heavy sound of this. Really good. Right up my alley.
Ooh. Yes. I like how atmospheric the guitar sounds.
Yep.
It's like it's doing this over the whole space, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Do you see that?
What's that?
There's something floating over everybody. Do you see it? Oh, I think it's a camera doing. Oh man, could tear the rafters down with that scream, eh?
Yeah, the screamy voice really works in this
It
one.
really does. Oh,
Not the kind of thing I'm usually a fan of, but it's
he does such a good job, though.
yeah, it's
making
really suitable
the
here.
whole thing just work, right? Like, I gotta say. So in the late 70s, we had a bunch of acts that started doing really long form songs, right? And Led Zeppelin was, I guess, the most famous of them.
Yeah, all that prog
Pink
rock through the
Floyd,
70s.
right?
Yeah.
And then we had a stretch in the 80s and the 90s where everything was wicked short, right? Short and catchy, right? Whatever worked on
Yep.
the radio. And then I'm kind of glad that we've gotten back. Well, we probably got back there a lot further back than I remember because I wasn't paying attention. But now that we're going through some of this other stuff, it's nice to see longer form songs again, right?
Yeah.
Like some of the Nightwish stuff is really long.
Yep.
Got Devin Townsend, a couple of his were pretty decently long too. It's nice though, right? Because you can get into more depth than you can in a 2.5 minute song.
You get to savor it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also you get to mix it up, right? Like it's sometimes they're like a long rambling story where the beginning of the song only barely resembles parts in the middle and
multiple movements.
Yeah, I really love it actually. It's such a the whole arrangement was fabulous. I think you're right about that symphony.
Yeah, Orchestrated was the name of the album. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, the Mid-Jur album, it's he's got it as a double album. It's a really cool, clear vinyl album. We should show it one day. But and yeah, it was the Bulgarian Symphony, right? I think I only have one.
Bulgarian Symphony, some Bulgarian Symphony
Yeah,
or other.
I bet if we looked it up, it would be them. And okay, so the first Devin Townsend song we did, Kingdom.
Yep.
I made a comparison in there that sometimes when he's not doing the screamy voice, like when he's doing his really loud projected, but like tonal voice,
Clear voice,
right? He has a tinge of Mid-Jur in it, and I got crapped on in the comments by a couple people that were like, "What's wrong with you, lady? Are you crazy?" I completely stand by my assessment because that song again, I heard it, and you know what? What I'm gonna do is in the description below here, I'm going to put a link to the Instagram post where I posted a snippet of Mid-Jur when we saw him live in February at Daryl's house, where it's just him acoustically. And you got to listen to it, guys. His voice is very similar.
Yeah, they operate in the same kind of range and with some similar tone in part of Devin's range, for
yeah,
sure.
The way they can project is very similar.
Yep.
If you're thinking Mid-Jur from the 80s, right, with all the synths in the background and all the technical arrangements around his voice, then yeah, I get it. But if you had heard him live like we did, you would know why I think that they sound similar, right? Like,
yeah, definitely share some qualities for sure.
Yeah, you guys just eat it, okay?
Don't crap on my wife in the comments.
Sometimes I'm cracked and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but this time I think I know what I'm talking about, right? Nobody's a bigger expert on Mid-Jur than my husband, and he agrees. So, anyway, that was my little indulgence.
Rant over. Because I said so.
To be honest, I just want another excuse to share that clip of Midge because it was such a great concert. But yeah, not to take away from Devin because he's a fabulous performer, and we definitely have to put him on the list of acts we have to look up.
Yep.
So that we could catch him live because I bet it's really something of a show.
Sure.
It looks like he puts on a really good show. So anyway. Thank you, Basil, for the request once again. That was a fabulous choice. Definitely Devin Townsend's crawling to in the top 10 of acts we like to look at. So don't forget, if you want to get on the prioritized request action, head to our Patreon for $1 a month, patreon.com/MikeandGinger, and then get your request out there. Otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed that enough. You're going to want to say, play it again. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. You can find us on Twitter. We are at PlayItAgainMG. And thanks for coming out, guys.